Bill, we saw this in the warm-ups. He's been working on this all week.
Hey guys, doing a review today on the STX Professor head. This is a brand new head that I did get a couple seasons old, but it doesn't matter to me. It's the same Professor head they offer nowadays. Got a brand new tags and everything on it, and absolutely love this stick. I grew up using STX heads. I've ventured over, I used a Warrior head for a little while as a youth. I used a Brine head a little while as a youth. And something I noticed, the difference between the manufacturers is STX seems to have a little bit of give in the plastic, which as an offensive attackman, I like having that little bit because it makes me feel the ball better. The stick gives a little more, which I think is important, especially when you're catching, shooting, and passing, trying to maintain that soft feel touch. That's important to me. So plenty of manufacturers out there nowadays. There's a ton of them, especially since when I was growing up playing lacrosse, there's really only 2 or 3. You have a plethora of people making lacrosse heads. Nike makes lacrosse heads now, as an example. But I've always kind of gravitated towards XTX. So anyways, STX Professor. I grew up using Excaliburs. XTX Professor, I think, is basically a modern day Excalibur. Can't be any happier with it. I've used this stick now for about 3 weeks. I played a men's pickup league as well as a men's open tournament a couple weeks ago, and just picking up where I left off. As a youth, throughout high school, I used this particular style head. This is a Excalibur. For you old school guys, you'll recognize this right away. This is pretty much the standard head that you would use growing up. So you see the difference in a modern head versus an older head. See how much more narrow the modern head is versus the older head? And that really helps keep that ball in that channel. So I think that's something that's very unique, especially about the Professor. Now, small warning, Professors are only for club teams or college teams or perhaps high school teams that abide by NCAA rules. This head is only legal if the team or league you're playing in, it abides by NCAA rules. This is not a high school or youth approved head. So with that being out of the way, couldn't be any happier. Absolutely love this head, love the stringing job as well. I'll put a link down to the manufacturer as well as the guy who strings my sticks down in the description. Thanks guys.